Sup guys, I'm AUSSIE Metalhead and I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. This is on the 2025 list that I have to complete before I make my best of 2025 list, as this has a classic status on album of the year, and it is by a notorious artist, Ethel Cain, which I have not heard a single track from. Oh, actually no, I've heard the Perverts EP, but I know that's not typical Ethel Cain, to the point where like I quite literally didn't even know until this moment. I didn't remember that was Ethel Cain. I don't know much about this. I can tell that the genre is slowcore, singer-songwriter. I was under the impression that she does more singer-songwriter stuff. Maybe that's what's on Preacher's Daughter. I know slowcore is what she was dabbling in with Perverts. So yeah, I'm curious to jump into it. I don't know the soundscape. It is just a blind reaction completely, because I basically never heard any lyrical Ethel Cain. But yeah, let's get into it. I really like the tone. It's it's so intimately, like the vocals are so intimate.
Just by nature, easy to hate, easy to blame. Shoot me down, come on, hurt me.
Ooh, I love it. It's so stunning.
She was my girl first. I can see the end and the beginning of everything. And in it, you don't want me, but I still
I'll pause it just now. Usually I'd pause it even sooner to talk more about it, but I don't want to get out of this atmosphere whatsoever, because it sounds so gorgeous. A lot, her vocals has a quality to me that reminds me of like 90s like female pop singers and pop rock singers and stuff like that, like maybe like a Michelle Branch, that sort of like vein of that sort of thing, but like that was a more commercialized version of the sound, and it feels like she got the essence of that sound and then just injected it full-heartedly into this track. Yeah, as I said, the atmosphere is just so stunning as well. It instantly grabbed me. There's usually like on the first track, it takes me a bit to get into the like vibe of the album, and when I do re-listens, the score goes up because I now know the like atmosphere of the album, and I've acclimated to it. But this one just instantly caught me. It's crazy. Her vocals are just stunning. Like the deeper register and even like the higher notes, they're just both ends of the register is just perfect.
She was my sister first.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. It's just so perfect. Hi, if you haven't watched me before, I do ratings on the side for my first listen, so you can see how I'm gauging for the track as we go along. And like each of the tracks now, they're compared to each other. I listen to these multiple times over, where I will be posting it on my Discord with I have my ratings on the Discord, so you can chat to me about my ratings and talk about the music. I'm always active in there. I post it on my album of the year, so I can do like a more written, concise review of it. And then I also post it on TikTok for like just mainly exposure with a cute little graphic. On my average rating is like a 6 out of 10. I think that's solely because I listen to more good music than bad, because I try and make 5 out of 10 average. So when I say this is a 9.5. I want to give it a 10, but just in case there is a track that is better on this project, I'm gonna hold out for that. On re-listen, this is probably gonna get a 10. I can't find a fault of it there. It's also like, it's magical. It's just magical. Fuck. I didn't expect to instantly be grabbed that much. Like the tone of the instrumentation, which I'm sure will fine with this, because it has no lyrics. It's just so tender, warm, but like it's massive feeling. It's incredible. Like these are such pretty keys. How do you make something sound this stunning and like clean? Ooh, I really like that. Perverts was really good. Which reminds me a bit more of it. I can see why she made Perverts on the side. It's like clearly she was dabbling in that. I like how there's like the darker energy like tone going through, but I also like how there's like a bit of optimism and brightness that seems like it comes through. I don't know, it's like an urgency but also a brightness underpinning like the urgency. That's cool. Very cinematic feeling, which I feel like is actually a carry through from the first track. Like the production was so immaculate that it has a bit of a cinematic feeling. So this fits. Gorgeous. I'll pause it. I feel a bit bad when rating interludes, especially on like first listens and stuff like that, because it's like the connective tissue to for the meat of the album, and I feel like it takes multiple listens for you to appreciate like does it work on that scale. Like rating this as a singular track, it's like, yeah, if this was in its vacuum isolation, I'd probably like I do rate it lower. But when in the context of the entire album, which I haven't heard yet, what do I think of it? I think at the moment it feels pretty great to amazing, but like it could go up and down depending on how I feel with the entire album's flow and pacing and vibe coalesces, I guess, with the track. So this is like probably the most subject to change. Usually I don't rate interludes, but if they're 5 minutes long, I feel like they're worthy of a rate to have like the album average. Right, but yeah, it's really nice cinematic piece. I like the electronic elements in this. Gives it a nice, like, well.
She's got her makeup done and her high heels on. She's got her hair up to God. She's gonna get what she wants. Her nails are heartbreak red, cause she's a bad motherfucker. And all the boys wanna love her when she bats her fuck me eyes.
Ooh. Yeah, like the 80s little like synths and stuff, I think it is, in the back is a nice touch. It really works with like the nostalgic storytelling that this is going for. She's no good at raising children, but she's good at raising hell. Her daddy keeps her in a box, but it's no good. The boys can't get enough of her and her honey. Fuck me eyes. There's like, I don't know if it's a vocal effect. I can't remember if it's on the first track, but I'm sorry to pause it, but like her vocals here, I think with the synths in the background, like basically giving like 80s sort of vibes, there's like a lot of nostalgia that's running through this when she's talking about the story. Her vocals also have like a, I feel like, purposeful distortion on them to make them just sound like they were recorded on like a microphone 30 years ago instead of a microphone now. I don't know if that was part of Jenny and I'm just like overanalyzing or whatever, but her vocals, there's like, I don't know, there's just like there's like a buzz to her mic recording that I think adds to the effect of this like nostalgic storytelling, which is really cool. I love it.
Undefeated as Miss Holiday and posted outside the liquor store 'cause she's too young to get in. They ask her why she talks so loud. What'd she do with all that? Or if you're not scared of Jesus, fuck around and come find out. She's got the radio and blasting with a big white smile. Pretty baby with the miles. And when she leaves, they never see her wipe and her fuck me eyes. Oh God, she's just along for the ride. She's scared of nothing but the passenger side of some old man struck in a dark parking lot. She's just trying to feel good right now. They wanna take her out, but no one ever wants to take her out. But no one ever wants to take her out.
Ooh. She is such a potent lyricist. I'm sorry to pause on the I'm assuming bridge, but I've listened to like 150 albums from 2025 alone. This is definitely gonna be in my year-end list. Just 3 songs in. It's at least gonna be on the songs list because Journey and Fuck Me Eyes I just absolutely adore. With this track, I find it interesting. I had it a bit on the Journey thing, but I don't like the comparisons. The comparison I'm about to make because it feels like it can play into a lot of dicey territory, I guess. But like there is a strong Taylor Swift vibe I get from it, but like a more mature version. Like I guess like the idea. I don't like shitting on Taylor Swift because I feel like it plays into a lot of the misogyny that embarks on that. Because I feel like people just hate on Taylor Swift because it's Taylor Swift and it's the biggest woman. I feel like there's a lot of criticism you can have for her. Whatever you can say, like her fans are great, like crazy fans or whatever, and like they overrate her and all that sort of stuff. But like that sort of happens with like most audiences, right? And you can criticize her behavior, that sort of thing. Fine. And I feel like when what I'm about to say is a bit of a dig on her, and I just feel I don't like the idea of playing into the growing like hate mob that seem like successful women seem to get for no reason apart from them being women. But Ethel Cain feels like the southern aesthetics here, like the country sort of vibe, reminds me of like some of the songs that I would have heard growing up of the earliest form of Taylor Swift. And the lyrics and the songwriting on this track and on Janie and are so potent and so deep. They feel like it's such evocative storytelling that it just reminded me when I heard a bit of like the sound that reminded me of 2000 Taylor Swift. It reminded me of like the compliments that Taylor Swift gets. It's like this incredible songwriting, this sort of thing when it comes to like the pop music that she was making. And I feel like Ethel Cain kind of embodies those compliments and the aesthetics kind of surrounding it. It feels like a more cinematic version of it and a bit more mature. Like I don't see, I wouldn't see the idea like this song is like explicit in the way, like in it's pretty explicit with its storytelling and its themes and stuff like that. And I feel like that's a very strong aspect. It's confronting and it should be confronting. And I feel like I don't know from what I've heard. Like I've heard some like political tracks that Taylor Swift does, but it doesn't seem to be ever that confronting. And I just really appreciate the confrontational aspect of this track of like not shying away from it, not like making it dressed up in this commercial appeal. More so, it's just like pure artistry through authenticity mixed with like deep storytelling with a message behind it. And I am great storytelling. I just think this track does wonders. Yeah, I love it.
She really gets you down. She really gets you down.
Another 9.5 because just in case there's like a song that is better than I have to give it a 10 sort of thing. But these two songs, like at the end of the project, I might give it 10s when I re-listen. Just incredible. Fully engaging 6-minute long songs with no attention span. Dips. I also saw that I think this is the most streamed song. It's 8-minute song, which is kind of fucking impressive. there's a lot of like, I really appreciate like what I consider to be like Baroque pop elements in this track. It's stuff that's like in Waste Blood's music that I think like carries over to Ethel Cain a decent bit, and I really appreciate. Like the way that the guitars sounds and everything, like a lot of the tones of the instruments are just like stunning. It's a more prettier production, like a I love those vocals there. Yeah, I really love the tone of those guitars. Her vocals are just so gorgeous. As I said, this is obviously subject to change. This track, I love so much about it, obviously, that's why I give it a 9. I think I liked the lyricism on the other two main lyrical tracks a bit more, but it could just be, but I can understand that like the production and stuff like that, I feel like feels a bit tighter maybe on this, despite the fact that it's a longer track. So re-listens could definitely change the score. Also, considering the fact that I didn't pause it, I'd want to bring up this entire topic now. If you saw me like darting around looking up the computer, I was looking up because I swear I've heard that Ethel Cain is trans, and I don't like the idea of bringing it up. It shouldn't be the thing that's like the forefront. But I, so yeah, it does interconnect with one of the things I was thinking throughout like quite a few of the tracks. Also, if I'm wrong on any of this information, feel free to shoot me and correct me in the comments. I'm perfectly okay with that. But with and again, the vocals, right? They sound like if she is a trans woman, vocal training is hard enough to pass. To pass so hard that your vocals are like some of the most gorgeous and like traditionally feminine vocals I've ever heard. I just can't even imagine that. Like as someone, this is all if Ethel Cain is trans, because I've heard when I looked it up, I heard conflicting stuff. It's like the first openly trans person to get into the top 10, but then some people say it's just a character or it's her herself. I have no idea. But if she is trans, the idea of like having, I don't know when she transitioned, maybe it's different if she transitioned puberty or whatever, but if she went post puberty as an AMAB person and has the vocal cords of like, let's say me, I could never, like, I would feel like I could never even sound remotely like as or that any term feels really bad here, but like authentic, that sounds like a bad word, but like authentic female vocalist like that. I don't even see how I could ever get to that point. So even like remotely close to it, like vocal training in general, like is an impressive feat in itself. And it feels like such a challenging part of the transgender experience. But to be able to get it to the point where, fuck, you sound like one of the best like female vocalists ever is crazy to me. Like, it's just the amount of work and effort there is like if Ethel Cain is trans, again, conflicting reports, it seems, that it would take, I would say, like tenfold more effort to get to this point than like another person, like, I don't know, Lana Del Rey or some shit. Like, when I was just hearing it, because the only thing I know about Ethel Cain is I'm pretty sure she's trans, and I think she had a beef with Lana Del Rey or something at some point. That's all I know. And the vocals here, like, are unbelievable. They would be unbelievable if you were born AFAB. But like, it just blows me away. It just blows me away. I don't understand how someone could, yeah, it's incredible. And then also, that's probably the last time I'm going to mention that, because I feel, as I said, I don't like the idea of, like, if a trans person does anything, the first thing that comes to your mind is the fact that they're trans. I feel like as a society, we should move past that, but I feel like it is something that I wanted to give plaudits to, where it's like, if that is the case, like, the level of work is a billion times harder than anyone that was, like, assigned, that is cis. Like, just a billion times harder. And if she isn't trans, you still just like have one of the best vocals that I've ever heard. Like girl vocals I've ever heard. So yeah, fucking incredible. Just incredible. I think on re-listens this one might go up. For whatever reason, the storytelling of Janie and Fuck Me Eyes grabbed me a lot harder. But that could just be a re-listen issue, you know? We have another interlude. So I need water. I got some hiccups. Bold to have a 7-minute interlude. But I do like that Perverts was, I think, released prior. So I feel like it kind of primes the audience to not think this is too out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, these tones are just, like, the atmosphere is just gorgeous. I like the... It's like gothic, right? A bit gothic. I really like it. I feel like a lot of people don't like long instrumental interludes, especially when it comes from like an artist. I don't know if Ethel Cain's Preacher's Daughter had stuff like this, but especially when it comes from an artist who has mainly like lyrical tracks. But I think these interludes and instrumental pieces like are very gorgeous and provides a lot of like depth, like a sonic depth, I feel, to the album. I really like it. I might even like this one more than the first one. Hard to say though. Yeah, I think this one's a 9 for now. Maybe I just sit with the album long enough, but I really like this piece more than the last one, I think. I'm sorry that I'm not commenting as much. It just feels like I'll repeat myself. I really like the atmosphere of this. I find with a lot of longer instrumental pieces, I can sometimes have like attention issues with it. But I just feel fully encapsulated and engraced by it. I really like it. It's just gorgeous. I think I prefer it than anything of Perverts. I don't necessarily remember every track of Perverts, but I feel like this is a lot, I don't know, more serene and or something version of like a slowcore track. I like it a lot. It sounds so gorgeous. Feels like there's a lot of emotions in it. It's a very emotive piece. And I find it interesting because there's not many instrumental tracks that I've had strong emotive experiences with. I guess, like, unless you consider post-rock, but that feels like a different beast. It's really impressive to be able to have, like, this emotive sonic storytelling that Ethel Cain's able to create with these two instrumental pieces, where they feel almost, if not more, at times, well, this track in particular, more emotion rich. That's really impressive. I might even just give it a 9.5. I really like this piece. Like, it makes me feel a lot more than 90% of lyrical tracks. Again, the guitars, like what I assume is broke or chamber or something like that. I like it. I have an affinity to that sound. Her vocals. It's just fucking gorgeous. There's a lot of poetry in the lyrics that I wish I could pick into a bit more. It is incredible the level of, like, full body emotion I feel when listening to this. fuck, it's a 10. It might even be an 11. Fuck me. I can't show it, but I have literal goosebumps all down my thighs. Yeah, it's 11. It's one of the best songs I've ever fucking heard. I have so many complicated emotions. Or they feel complex to me, I guess. Because, like, I'd like to think I'm a pretty in tune person with my emotions. Like, if you've watched some of my videos, I guess that's the comments I get a lot, is that I feel like people say that I'm able to express myself or articulate myself and how I'm feeling pretty well. And it just sounds so cringe to say, but I don't usually feel like this where I can't actually fully express the emotions that I'm feeling. I had goosebumps between my thighs. There's like a sereneness and peace that I feel deep in my gut, like just around underneath the rib cage sort of area, that I feel when listening to this. But it also feels like daunting, like there's like a specter over my shoulders, I guess. And it just like leaves you in that limbo for a bit until like the drop, which is why you saw the reaction that you did of the drop of the guitars. It feels like it was like putting me in that state, in this like holding pattern until it was able to build a climax and give me that experience. Yeah, I've listened to 1,100 albums this year. I started this basically the entire thing this year. I've listened to like 1,100 albums this year. I have like 220 songs that are 11 out of 10s. It's just like the best songs of all time. This one definitely isn't it. I think now it's probably I don't even have to say probably it is the front runner for the best song of this year. I'll have to re-listen to all of the songs that I love from this year that I thought were like 10s or 11s, which weren't many. But I think this, I guess, spoiler alert. I guess if you want to see the list to see if my opinion changes after listening to this, but I guess spoiler alert for what I'm feeling currently. Maybe not who I am in the future when I'm doing the list in like a week. This is the #1 song most likely. But hey, check out the video to see if it changes. I had no idea what to expect with this album. Listening to it, I knew I was instantly. I knew I was in for a different experience. I plan out my workflow. I've been doing 3 to 4 reactions a day, because I'm on uni break, and I try and be like a decent reactor. This one actually reacting less, but I just feel like I'm more entranced in the music. But like usually I'm a bit more of a yapper, right? As you can probably tell by this pause. And so like it actually takes a bit because I'm like actively listening the entire time, trying to like analyze and trying to rate and then trying to explain my feelings and like while being engrossed in the emotion of the music and all of that. So it actually takes a decent amount of energy to do. But I've been doing like 3 or 4, and I picked 2 today because I thought this could be a long one and it could drain me a lot. And I'm having a lot of emotion, so you would think that I'm like emotionally zapped. I could be emotionally zapped from this project, but it has been such a fucking beautiful listen that I haven't experienced that. I feel like I feel the amount of energy I'm putting into this, or the amount of energy this is taking out of me, is the same as me doing a 30-minute, 20-minute project. And then on top of that, it excites me. This is like what I want from music. I want it to give me these emotions I never thought I could ever feel. I didn't even know existed. Like this culmination of experience. And that excites me to the point where like even if it did zap me of energy, it's like I'm going to be motivated to even do multiple more reactions after this. I want to listen to another Ethel Cain project. I'm not going to do it today, but I will listen to Preacher's Daughter at some point now because this project is unfucking believably gorgeous. I absolutely love her projects. It's just incredible. Just fucking incredible. Yeah. Just one of the best songs I've heard. Just outstanding. Couldn't praise it enough.
Staying in the state playing you with both your hips.
The vocals.
Scared of none
I'm right back in that same emotional place that she left off in Dustbowl. Just like her voice is able to move me in ways I haven't heard before.
I've left it straight to death. So I'm still scared of letting love go. No one should ever see their friend.
It's a 10.
They've known since they were just
We're a minute in, but I can just tell.
from up and light it up before. You never need to call my name, though I love it all the same. I know you, but you're not going home. I know you, but your footsteps on the floor.
I love that. I don't know why, but it makes me want to. I can't wait for my partner to get home. I want to give them the biggest hug. I slow. I don't know. So much music now just makes me think of how much I love Tabby. I love her. I love her so much. I'm just looking at the photos that I have of my partner on the wall. I just love her. I don't have a fault. I can't fault it. It's perfect. If you haven't seen any of my reactions before, I'm usually like bouncy, high energetic. But it feels vulnerable having this experience emotionally, especially when it's like somewhat foreign, but it feels, but I don't feel scared of it or anything. I just scared of the emotions at all, but I don't know. Feels so intimate. And I don't like pandering to the camera or anything like that. So I could turn like this experience that I'm having emotionally into like this oh my god sort of stuff, but that would feel disingenuous. I'm just having a very deep personal experience, like emotions with it. I love it. Oh, this is another instrumental track. Gives me time to collect my thoughts a bit. It just feels so tender, all of the emotions. I don't tend to have like idols or parasocial sort of feelings, often, or in general, really. There's like certain ones I like mask on, like I will say that I love Ollie Sachs, but I don't have like, when I think of Ollie Sachs, I don't have any like strong emotions. I just love his music. I love Bring Me the Horizon, but there's like what I assume parasociality seems to come with. It's like I feel like I just want to say I love Ethel Cain. But I'm usually like a person that doesn't have that sort of parasociality or connection, if that like to the artist in that sort of like a deep personal way. But like, I think it just kind of makes sense if you have such a personal, deep response from their music, to have that feeling. It's just so weird because this is not how my reactions are usually like. If you're watching this far, I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if it's entertaining or not because I'm just experiencing it, like just reacting, just talking. I'm not really thinking about how it's being presented. But on some level, I think about it despite wanting to be very genuine. Again, this is another amazing piece. I'm trying to find a reason to not give everything a 10. I've listened to like, as I said, like 1100, 1200, whatever albums I've listened, how many albums I've listened to. And I have like 36 10 out of 10s. I can see this one being a... I just don't like the idea of giving out 10s so often. but like, this project probably deserves it. It could be like a 9.9 or something like that if I rate Willoughby's theme or whatever, but this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous sound. Ethel Cain was one of the people that I have like 15 concerts I have to go to. I have to want to go to, and I bought tickets for. Ethel Cain was because I hadn't heard any of her music apart from Perverts. I haven't bought the tickets, but her concert's up soon in Australia, and despite being incredibly broke, this will definitely make me check out to see if I want to go to it. I don't know if I want to miss out on this. It's just such a unbelievably fucking gorgeous project. I'll give this a 9.5 as well, just so I can pepper my feelings on it. So I'm not going overboard, but I'll actually look it up now. Ethel Cain, Brisbane. Oh, I just doxed myself. I didn't, but how much are you? Do you even still have tickets? That's actually the real question. Low availability. $109 each. Maybe I could swing that. It's in February. I could probably swing that. Yeah. Again, still goosebumps. Usually if a album moves me this much, I have people to thank for because I usually do requests. That's like the main stuff I do now, that I have like as much workload on Patreon to be able to basically just do requests. But I did this one because I was a bit interested in it. And then also, I guess I could thank Zipty. Zipty, like I already was planning on doing it, but Zipty said like, oh, this project's really amazing. So I appreciate you, Zipty. Now, he doesn't like my mic quality, so he probably won't get to this point, but... Ooh. I like how this works into each other. Yeah. It's phenomenal. It's like the singer-songwriter version of post-rock, but done to an incredible level. I love my partner. list. There's a tiny bit of like Evanescence I feel in this. Like a bit of Amy Lee. I think spiritually this is my favorite album of the year. I don't know how the ratings will work out, but is this another 11? This could be another one of the best songs I've ever heard. Fuck. I'm so sorry for not talking, Mom. I I swear this is rare. I don't like. I just I'm just having so many profound emotions. I just um like the most common thing I've already spoken about is I just think of my partner and just how much I love them. And I think if I had to interrogate why that is the case, it's just like I'm having a lot of emotional response to the music. It's really good, and it makes me think of my partner because I want to spend every like happy memory sharing them with them. Um, and then it just makes me think of how much I love my partner, and just big swell of emotions, big swell of emotions. Um, I guess to yap a tiny bit, to express a tiny bit more. Like I historically, not historically, I still have it. I BPD. I've gotten better for it. I went to psych ward and got a billion psychologists on my ass for free. Thank you, Australia. And I got better. But I used to always think like growing up, I always was like a romantic sort of person. I remember in grade 2, my mum asked me what I wanted to do for Valentine's Day, and I was like, "What's Valentine's Day?" And she told me about it. She's like, "You pick a girl who you think you fancy, and you get them like a chocolate or something." And I thought, like, what about all the other girls? What about them? Like, that would feel bad for them. So I ended up being a yearly tradition. My birthday is in October, and in February, which is obviously Valentine's Day, I would get like the person who I was fancying, their favorite chocolate, but I would bring chocolate for every single girl in the school. Um, did that every single year, grade 12, and then grade 12, I would often use my birthday money from the year prior to do that, and then in grade 12, I um I got like more expensive chocolate for every single person. Um, but yeah, I've always been like a romantic sort of person. Um, I also had because of my BPD, I used to have like this idea. I think it's more like a fantasy, or like fiction. Like basically how like I think I got manic pixie dream Boyd a lot of the time. I manic pixie dream girls a lot of people, and it was like a fantasy I concocted of what like a soulmate is, what love is, that sort of thing. And it wasn't until being in a relationship with my partner where I realized um, what it was, and having all these like they're not unique feelings because everyone seems to have this at some point, but like these I don't know like what I can understand where like the term soulmate and stuff like that comes from, where it's like I'm having just like the first thought for it, it's not like a control thing, it's just a because like when you what I'm about to say may seem like it's just like a controlling thing, but it's like whenever I experience something like unique or profound or lovely or something excites me or whatever, my first immediate thought is that instantly after that it is that, and it's not like, and I feel like maybe if probably everyone's experienced this love, but like if you haven't experienced love, it can't seem as controlling or something like that. Like wow, you're obsessed with your partner. But it's just like it's not coerced. It's a genuine reaction, and I guess that's the thing I can grapple onto. It's I'm not entirely sure on every single aspect of how this is making me feel, but I absolutely love and adore it, and it just makes me think of my partner. I'm pretty sure the subject matter of this entire project has nothing to do with that, from what I've read, what I'm reading in the lyrics, but that doesn't stop me. That doesn't matter. Still doesn't change the fact that I'm just thinking about how much I love my partner. I just love them so much. And any music that is able to get me to appreciate and sit with my partner and my feelings towards them more is truly special, because I will take that opportunity whenever I can. Um, It's such a good. This is a really good album. I really love this album. This is an incredible song. I still think I might like Dust Bowl more, but it's like 1A, 1B at this point. And I think when I'm re-listening to this, I could see Jane, You Fuck Me Eyes, and all of that just growing and growing to higher scores. This could end up being my #1 album. I could see that. And also, yeah, I'm more hype with my reactions. I'm sorry if this is boring. If you watched this far, one, I'm assuming it's not boring for you. But if it is boring, why did you watch an hour and 20 minutes of something that's boring to you? But yeah, I appreciate you. If anyone, I don't even know who would get to this point, but if anyone did, I fucking love and adore you. I wish I could put on more of a show for this, but it just feels, this project feels so intimate. But yeah, I'll stop yapping. I'll keep going. "15 minutes. That's a. Is that the longest I've heard? I feel like I've heard something that's like 18 minutes. Wait, no, I've heard post-rock stuff. Apart from post-rock. I don't even know, like, if you have this emotion inside of you that this album is invoking, I don't know, I can't understand someone not giving it an incredibly high score, if that makes sense. Like, if it's able to make you feel these emotions, I don't know how you could, or feel similar emotions of, like, how much you enjoy the intimacy of the project. I don't know how you could not give it an incredibly high score. I love her voice. It might be catapulted like top 3 voices I love the most. It's at least a 10. Ah, fuck. This project's probably gonna get a 10. Yeah, vocals sound quite. I don't know if I'm wrong, but it kind of sounds like Taylor Swift here. Like this vocal. Like a folklorish, maybe. I don't know why, but there's some part of this reminds me of like the more slower, authentic, like introspective, like 1975 songs. A bit. Like some of the stuff of being funny in a foreign language. Done to probably a better level, but. Every song fucking feels like an 11 to me. I need to give me some space to then re-listen to this because I think every single song just feels like the best thing I've ever heard. Well, I don't care. I love it. I love it. I'm sorry this doesn't make for a good video. I don't know. It's like, is it the best produced album I've ever heard? Like, it's just her vocals are some of the best I've ever heard. It also feels like I'm not gonna find an album like this. Truly timeless shit. I don't know if there's another album that's as expansive and emotionally dense and gorgeous as this project. I don't know if it exists. Just everything is so perfect. just one of the best albums of this year, or probably all time as well. I'm sorry that this I've said it a few times, but I'm sorry this reaction is like less entertaining. I feel like it's worse of a video. Um, but I guess like it doesn't matter. Like I don't think I should have too much insecurity about that. Um, I'm sorry if I did waste your time, but I don't know. One of the reasons I made the channel was documenting my first listens to albums and stuff like that. So I had a gaming channel, and sometimes I go back and watch some of the like accomplishments I've done, because you get so into like the grind of doing stuff for a job, that sort of thing. And YouTube I kind of treat like a job on this channel and on my gaming channel, even though I don't get paid for it. That's like a hobby I like to use work ethic to level the jobs. And I go back and I'll watch some of the videos, and you're so in it that you forget to like stop and look around to see where you're at and like take in the moment. And I like documenting the first listens here, because it allows me to in the future look at it. And this project, I don't know, maybe I'll forget about how I feel about this one. And I guess like I had a decision I could have made at some point in the reaction to pander a bit more, which was what I was talking about, like just bounce around, have a bit, because like emotionally, like if I'm talking about the intensity of the emotions I'm getting, and if I just translated that intensity to like a more appropriate for video reaction, like you would see me having fucking crazy like facial reactions and body reactions and all that sort of thing. But I don't know, I guess like I made the decision to go for the more just authentic experience of the album and document that, because clearly I'm having a really deep emotional response to this. But yeah, that's not my usual shit. It's not my usual content. I don't usually have this experience with music. As much as I love music, I don't usually have this experience. I don't know. I love it. This is an amazing fucking album. This is amazing. It also just feels so cold and calculated to even like be like, oh yeah, this is amazing. I might rate this album really well. It's just like, no, it's always like a deeply personal experience, it feels like to me. I can see how some like people that believe like art is subjective, which I think it is. I think there's objective ways to measure it, but like if we all just agree upon the terms sort of thing. But subject, like art is subjective, I could see how like if any rating of this would feel like a attack on the art itself, because like something this like emotionally rich shouldn't be calculated. It's like the essence, the beauty of it comes from this like immaterial experience, like sort of immaterial place where like you can't pinpoint where the source of how much emotions you're feeling on the project, how much that elicits, it just comes from this place. Yeah, I really love this project. If you watch it this far, I can only just adore you and thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. It means you might like just my raw reactions or something. I don't know. It's weird. I can't see I don't know if I would watch something like this. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate it more than anything. You've supported me enough. You don't have to go to my Patreon, but if you want to, the deal is like $5 a month, and you get any album reaction that I've done, which I've done like 200. Any album reaction that I've done that isn't current year, you get months ahead of time on that. You get an album request, any album you want, under 90 minutes, or you can pick from the classic album list, which I have 300 on my Patreon. It's the pinned post, and you get to pick 2 albums from there, and I will do them. So it's like $2 an album. But yeah, I appreciate every single one of you. If you watch this far, I don't have words to show my gratitude. Thank you so much for watching. I love and adore you guys.